Hi, this is Julianne and welcome to the Wardrobe Planner tutorial. This course will take you through not only how to use the Wardrobe Planner, but also how to start a capsule wardrobe for yourself. So I've been doing a capsule wardrobe now for about 9 months and I love it. It did take some getting used to, so if you're not into a capsule wardrobe yet, give yourself time to follow through this, time to learn the process, but also time to adapt to it because it does take some getting used to. And one thing that I will say is that I'm not a purist. My capsule wardrobe is a monthly capsule wardrobe, so I pull from my main wardrobe, I pull what I'm going to wear for the month, and then I just stick to those clothes for that month, and then the next month I pull a different collection and use that for the month. So this wardrobe planner is all about changing it from month to month, which is why you see the month tabs here, so that you can be changing what you wear in January will be different from what you wear in February, and then you'll have a totally different wardrobe for the summer months and the fall likewise. So that's what this course is all about, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's dive right in. So this is the cover. And if you were to click the Home tab, it's going to take you to this Quick Notes page. And all of my planners have this Quick Note page in the front, which is just a place to jot down ideas. So as things come to you, you don't want to have to fumble through to try to find your tab. So I have this spot right here where you can just drop down ideas, thoughts, if there's something, maybe a shopping list, something you need to go get, you can drop it right here and not have to worry about trying to find it. Also on this page, you have ways to find out more. So you can always email me. So anytime you have a question or you're using a planner and maybe you get confused or you just have a question in general, you can email me anytime. You can get to the Etsy shop, my website, and you can see how-to tutorials on my website as well. So that's all right here for you on the Quick Notes page, and anytime you hit the Homes tab, that's where you're going to go. And then let's jump to the Intro tab, which is here. So you can hit Intro, or you can go home and go forward a page. This table of contents has quick links that will drop you back to all the different pages in here. But again, you can go to the table of contents is hidden behind the home page, and then the intro page is right after. So they're in a row. And also to get to the course, you need to slide through. So just do that from a big view. So cover, and then this is just a copyrights page. Quick Notes page, this is where every time you hit the home button, it will take you to the Quick Notes page. Table of contents with links that take you to each of these tabs as well. The course that you're watching right now, this obvious page is not finished because I'm recording the course, but you can always get to the YouTube videos here. So again, you'd go to home and scroll through. Just a welcome note from me. Also, just to let you know that this is formatted for the Hub Notebook system. If you don't know what that is, you can click this link and it shows you, basically it's a way of combining notebooks and keeping all of your tabs intact, so you can jump from notebook to notebook without having to tab along here, which is what I use. I also use a shortcut. Let's see if I can get to that real quick. I use the shortcut tool so that I can open my one main planner quickly without having to go into GoodNotes. But those are just tools and tips that you'll find over on the website, and all about the Hub Notebook system. So we're going to hop into the introduction here, and then we'll get into the meat of the course. So first off, why in the world would you want to do a capsule wardrobe, and exactly what are we talking about in this course? So as I said, this is a monthly one. I'm not doing a strict capsule wardrobe, which means you have one set of clothes and that's all you use. I find that by the end of the month, I'm pretty bored with the clothes I'm using, and I really want to kind of create a new capsule and have a different variety. So I do month to month, and what it is a limited set of clothes based on what I'm going to set, which you will do here in this capsule tab. So when you get to the capsule tabs, you'll be setting your minimums, and that decides what do you need to get through your lifestyle, and that's the minimum. So that it is a minimalist wardrobe, but again, I only do it month to month, and I change it every single month. Also, it's seasonal. So what I have in my winter capsule, say I have 30 pieces of total clothes, tops, bottoms, whatever, in my winter capsule, and I might use that for January, February, March, but then come April, I kind of configure my clothes and come up with like some spring sets, and a lot of the sweaters go out, and in comes a different set of wardrobe for May and probably just April and May, and then June I start going into my summer. June, July, August are my summer clothes. So it is seasonal with some of the things, and other things as we get into this into the capsule, you'll see that other things carry through all the seasons. And then what you're not using, if it's possible, try to either put it in a different closet if you have the luxury of having some empty closets, or put them on one side of the rack. So what I do is the first part of my rack is the wardrobe that I'm wearing now, and then over here on the other half of my rack is things that I don't need right now, that I'm not using in this immediate capsule, but they're still there. So if possible, it's nice to have that empty space, but obviously not everybody has an empty closet, so I understand that. So why would you do it? What are some of the benefits of having a capsule wardrobe? The first is that you actually like what's in your wardrobe. So you don't have a whole bunch of clothes when you open your closet and there's all that dread and guilt. You have clothes that don't fit you, or clothes that somebody gave you that you feel really bad about the fact that you don't wear them. When you're doing a capsule wardrobe, the clothes that you're focused on are only the clothes that you're excited to wear. Everything else has been edited out of your closet, which we will do when we're doing the edit. Save money. You're not buying clothes all the time. You decide, what you hear when we're doing our capsule, you'll decide what you need, what your minimums are, and you'll find that you don't need to buy clothes. I have so many clothes, and because I'm not wearing them all the time, they don't feel old and boring. So sometimes you'll get your closet and you wear the same 5-6 items all the time. That won't happen when you're doing this because you're going to have a capsule. So yes, you'll wear those 5 or 6 maybe key items throughout the month, but then you get a whole different set for the next month. So you don't find yourself getting bored with your wardrobe and having to go out and buy new things. So you'll save money. You'll feel good if you're able to take a bunch of your stuff out of your wardrobe, out of your closets, out of your drawers, and not even have to look at it. It feels great when you have empty space. And I really got to experience this when we moved and I was packing. So everything I didn't need at the time, I was able to pack away. So all the winter stuff went completely away, and we moved in the summer. And so all my spring stuff went away, and all I had left were my summer clothes. And my dressers and my closet were so empty, and it felt great that it was kind of sad to put everything back in when I moved into my next house. So as much as you can empty your closet, the better you're going to feel. It's really important. Save space. Once you do this edit, you're going to get rid of a bunch of clothes, and then when you're only working with your capsule at the time, you don't need to have all that other clothing accessible to you. So you can save a lot of space. So if you have tiny closets, and if you're able to pull out the stuff you're not wearing, fold it up nicely, put it in a storage bin, stick it under your bed, you don't need to look at it. You'll have a ton of space in your closet and your drawers. Save time and energy, because you don't have to make all the decisions in the morning. When you look and you only have so many things and you've already worn 2 of 3 of them, then you're only going to have a decision between 1 or 2 maybe other items if you work 5 days a week like I do. I have a couple of tops, and once I've worn them, I have to move down the line and wear some of the other tops. So I have I'd say about 8 to 10 tops in my capsule that I mix and match and layer. So by the end of the week, I have even less choices. So it really, less decision saves you time and energy in the morning. You kind of look at your closet. Here's what you have to choose from. You're making a decision between 1 to 8 items, not 1 to 50 items. So it really does save you a lot of time and energy. And here are some advanced benefits. One thing that I'll say is I put these as advanced benefits because you might not notice them at the very beginning. In the beginning, this might be overwhelming. As I said, I've been doing this for a while, so I've kind of gotten the hang of it. And now it's kind of, one of the things I've noticed is that I'm a lot more creative with my outfits. So before you might have had, I always wear this top with this pants. Well, if you wore that last week and you still have these same items in your capsule, you're not going to want to pair them up the same again. So you're going to say, well, what else could I wear this top with? Or what else looks good with these pants? So you're going to find that you get more and more creative. So before, when you had 50 items to choose from, you kept these as a pair all the time. But when you only have, say, 8 or 10 items to choose from, you get a lot more creative as to what else you could wear with this top and what else can you wear with this bottom, instead of making this whole outfit a go-to outfit. Clarity. This I really learned as I started to do it. And I kept some things in my wardrobe. I did the edit, and then there were some things that made the edit that later on, as I was starting to wear them, I'm like, wow, I really started to learn what I didn't like, what was my style. So we will be going into that shortly. But I found that things weren't my style, that maybe I wasn't ready to get rid of. But as I started to do this, and I started to mix and match, and things just jumped out. It's like, that does not belong in my wardrobe. It doesn't fit my style. I can't wear it with a lot of different outfits. And things quickly came out of my wardrobe once I got the hang of doing this. So you'll learn that you get some clarity as to what your style is and what you do and don't want in your wardrobe. And then when you have that, you automatically become a smarter shopper because you know what your style is. So when you go into a store, you might not just think, oh, that's a pretty sweater, let me buy it. You might say, well, that's a pretty sweater, but what would I wear it with? Or does it fit my style? Or do I already have a sweater that's already that color, so I would never wear it because it's going to look too similar to something I already have. So that is a huge benefit. And again, you don't really get these benefits until you've been doing this for a while. And then you really start to pick up on, oh, this is what makes sense now. I start to learn more about myself, learn more about mixing and matching outfits, and you might even be ready to start taking more fashion awareness. Like, I'm not a fashionista by any means, but you might start to take a better interest in mixing and matching because you want to have that creativity and you do want to know better about your style. So these are the things that you're going to get from doing this. So before we dive in, just take a moment. You have these pages in your guide, so you can go through them at any time and refresh yourself as to what the benefits are. Reread this anytime you want to. They're right here in your introduction. So if you hit the intro tab, it'll take you right here. All right, that's it for this video. In the next video, we're going to be diving into your capsule.